In this video, there's an amazing, huge bull with a beautiful tattoo, and I'm going to show you the differences between trimming bulls and trimming cows' feet. What are the differences? Are there any? What do you need to be careful of? And what do you not need to think about? If you enjoy these videos or they interest you at all, consider subscribing so that YouTube lets you know when there's a new video. And enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Cheers! Go on. Go on. Come on, big guy, go! Look what he's got on his shoulder, look. See the love heart? How awesome is that? Come on, big guy, come on! So this bull is actually about 8 years old, and I see him once a year because his feet, he kind of struggles on them. But as soon as we trim him up, farmer says he goes great again. That love heart on his shoulder is actually a Fries brand from the farm that he's from. It's kind of a marketing idea actually, which works really well because everybody recognises it. So now the bull's inside, you can see how big he actually is. He's seriously big. Are you wanting this gate open? This is the kind of most awkward and tense part of when you're moving a bull. You just want him to go straight in, no hassles. We don't want to push him too hard. Don't want to hurt him, don't want to get ourselves hurt. We're just praying that he goes in easily. And in this case, he does! That went a lot better than I thought it would. I thought it was gonna. His name on the right. So I'm going to speed this up a fair bit because trimming bulls' feet takes forever. The main differences are obvious. Bulls are much bigger, much heavier than cows, and as such their feet are a lot wider, so from side to side is usually about 10 mil wider on each claw. The length of them actually remains about the same, so the bone structure is about the same as a cow's. On this bull, for instance, we're going to trim the toe length to about 85 millimeters. If he was smaller, it would be anything down to 75 millimeters. And the width, obviously, we don't normally measure. So we'll measure that toe 85 millimeters, trim it back, and then reduce the weight so that it's about the same as the interior claw or the medial claw. And this bull's actually got a cut right up the outside of that foot, but it's not too bad, so we're just going to douse it with iodine and he'll be good to go. Okay, this next claw is the one that we'll kind of focus on. So as you can see straight away, the outer claw, so the lateral claw, is much bigger than the medial claw or the inner claw. So I mentioned the lengths remain about the same between bulls and cows, but what does differ is you need to be much more careful what you take away. Because the bulls are so much heavier and so much more force is going through their feet, we need to leave them with as much sort of impact zone as possible. So although this bull's clearly got a very deep kind of cut or gash right up the middle of his foot, we're not going to pare it away as much as we would on a cow, because if we did,